What's going on, brothers? This is your boy DC, and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Signings. And I have literally just returned to the UK, the beautiful, cold, dingy city that is Manchester. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm even happier to be here with you guys because, boy, Leeds have been absolutely going ham. I know there was no video yesterday because I was so busy traveling today, getting all my stuff packed, but don't you worry. Today we are making up for all of it, and there is an absolute transfer bonanza of Leeds United news to get our teeth stuck into, especially starting off with the big man Rasmus Kristensen. That is right, Leeds have finally completed the signing of Rasmus Kristensen. It feels like Groundhog Day over and over and over again. Every time I turn this camera on to speak to you guys, we're always talking about that man, but no longer, as he has finally put pen to paper on a deal at ELLAND Road. Just quickly before we do get into the rest of the video, there are a hell of a lot more of you who have just joined us very recently since we've been doing these transfer videos, and as you'll see in these videos, we like to break down some statistics. However, one statistic that is brutally alarming is that 77.2% of you are not subscribed. We are on our way over to 2.5k, moonwalking our way up there, so if you could please help support me, support you by smashing that subscribe button down below, then that would be very, very much appreciated. Now, on to the rest of the video. And here we go. Leeds United confirmed signing of Rasenballsport Salzburg's Rasmus Kristensen. Look at that. How beautiful is that to see? The three musketeers, if you will. Marsh, Rasmus, and this beautiful man, Victor Orta. Leeds United have announced the signing of fullback Rasmus Kristensen on a 5-year deal from Austrian outfit Rasenballsport Salzburg. Borussia Dortmund were also reportedly interested in the Danish international. That they were, but they weren't interested enough. They weren't willing to offer him that starting right back role, so that's how Leeds managed to swoop in. Leeds' manager Jesse Marsch said about the player, he established himself at Red Bull Salzburg as one of their best players, a very good Champions League fullback, and a Danish international. I am totally convinced that he will continue to grow into a great Premier League fullback as well. Victor Orta added, other teams wanted him, including teams playing in the Champions League and in the other top 5 leagues, but he wants to prove himself in the best league in the world, and this makes me very happy with the signing. But what about you guys? Are you guys happy with the signing now that it is official? Does this mean the end for Cody drama? Does it mean the end for Luke Ayling? What do we do? How do we rejig the system now? How do we rejig it around with Rasmus Kristensen in there? I presume he comes to become straight away our starting fullback. I don't think it's going to be another Bielsa situation where he has to wait 2 or 3 months to really ingrain himself into the side. I think because he's already played under Jesse Marsch, he's just going to get thrusted straight in there. I'm very interested to see how we play in pre-season with some of these new acquisitions now. But what about you guys? Are you guys happy with this? Do you think it's the end of Cody drama? Do you think it's done for him? Joe Donahue had this to say. So Rasmus Kristensen through the door, a big, bulky, attack-minded right back with a tendency to find himself in the opposing penalty area. I've taken a closer look at what he adds, where he can improve, and what to expect. I heard a lot of people talking about how he's a leader that we've lacked. Now, I'm not necessarily sure I 100% agree with that, because I think Luke Ayling himself was probably the biggest leader in the team and definitely the dressing room. And of course, they do play in the same position. I don't know about you guys, but all I do know is that it is a sensational signing nonetheless. Speaking of another signing that would be sensational, Takumi Minamino, another man who Leeds have been notoriously linked with this entire summer transfer window, and his agent jets into Europe as Liverpool exit edges closer, with Leeds United looking very, very interested. Takumi Minamino's Liverpool exit is edging closer, with Leeds United boss Jesse Marsch keen to link back up with the Japan international, as revealed by This Is Anfield. David Lynch from the Liverpool news website has reported on the 8th of June that the 27-year-old's agent has jetted into Europe for talks with a host of clubs. He has suggested that Leeds, along with Southampton, Wolves, Fulham and Monaco, are the interested parties. And I'm telling you, if we can't prize him away from either Southampton, Wolves, Fulham, or especially Monaco, then we got some serious problems going on there. The website also added that Liverpool are hoping for around £17 million for the attacker, who was the Reds' top goal scorer in domestic cup competitions in the 2021-22 season. Now, this for me is the sticking point. We said it before, and you guys didn't seem too keen on the £17 million either. I think that's a little bit too much for him. I do think they're mugging it off there. It's a bit of a violation. I think we should be paying around 12 to 15 million pounds tops for him, and I think that would be a good deal for 12 to 15 million pounds. And it's being reported that if we were going to get Castellanos, then it would be a bit cheaper than Minamino as well. Would you rather have Castellanos? Would you rather have Minamino? Sorry, Castellanos or Minamino? We will get onto Castellanos in a second, by the way, because there is some new information emerging about the man. However, 17 million pounds, little bit too hefty, if you ask me. Little bit too hefty. However, if my light decides to stop falling down over there, it might not be that bad if you consider some of the departures we may have. Leeds United will still transfer masterstroke if Jack Harrison is sold for 30 million pounds. That's right, that's suddenly putting a little bit of a new spin on it, a little bit of a new perspective. If we make a 20 odd million pound profit on Jack Harrison, managed to sell him for 35 million pounds, something like that, then maybe 17 million pounds for Takumi Minamino isn't that bad. According to the Telegraph, Jack Harrison has caught the eye of Newcastle United boss Eddie Howe. Leeds are hoping to resist offers for the winger, and the Magpies may need to pay as much as 20 to 30 million pounds to secure a signature. You're damn right they should have to as well. We only just permanently signed him, and we're in no rush to sell him. He's 25 years old. He's a versatile winger. He's a great workhorse. He's an engine. He always gives you a consistent 5, 6, 7 out of 10 every single week. Never really not busting his gut. He's got us goals this season. He's been our second top goal scorer. He's been a vital asset to the club, and if you do want him, you're going to have to play some serious Benjamin Franklins, if you ask me. It does go on to say here that they don't think he's a game changer, unlike Rafinha. Now, that's up for debate, whether you think he's a game changer, whether you don't think he's a game changer. But to see him go, I think you're going to have to offer us some moolah. If I'm honest, I do think you're going to have to offer us some moolah. However, him going, Minamino coming in, are you happy with that? Are you happy with that? I know Minamino's not really a winger in the same role that Jack Harrison is. Maybe he could play more in that number 10 role and he'd fit that a little bit better. Let me know what you guys think. Also, by the way, I do just want to quickly touch on everyone saying, oh, we can't have wingers. We have to go for players that will fit into this Marsh system. You're basically saying that Marsh is here for good and we're fully locked and loaded down with him. Because in a situation, which I don't hope happens, I really don't, but say it was a worst comes to worst scenario and we ended up losing Jesse Marsh and we suddenly had no wingers at the club and we had all these inverted number 10s, we'd be a bit screwed, wouldn't we, if someone else came in and started trying to play with wingers. So I think the wing role is still very vital at Leeds, and I'm not sure that I do want to see Jack Harrison go. However, another name that could replace him could just be that man Gonzalo Plata. That's right, Leeds are looking even more set to bring Gonzalo. That is according to a report by Portuguese newspaper Correio de Manja via Sport Witness, who claim that it is looking unlikely that Real Valladollid will be able to offer their €10 million option to buy the 21-year-old this summer. Victor Orta is now plotting a move for the Sporting Lisbon forward. Further reports have revealed that Real Betis are also interested in a move for the Ecuador international in the summer transfer window. However, it is suggested that with Sporting willing to sell to the highest bidder, Leeds currently have the upper hand as a result and are edging closer to the winger's signature. That's what I like to see. It's what I like to hear. It's what I like to smell. It's what I like to taste, to be honest. And Gonzalo Plata, for me, he's going to certainly be good backup. That's for sure. Certainly good backup. I'm very interested to see how he, Somerville, Sam Greenwood, all these young crop of players really develop under Jesse Marsh next season. However, one player who doesn't look like he's going to be developing under Jesse Marsh last season is Lewis O'Brien. That is right, there has been a twist in the saga. Leeds United reporter Phil Hay has dropped an absolute bombshell on us about Lewis O'Brien. He said the club do want a central midfielder, but from what we're hearing, they're focusing on other targets. It's not that they don't like O'Brien, but when push comes to shove, his window of opportunity for moving to Elland Road was probably last summer. I'm not gonna lie to you, when we were first linked with him this summer, that's exactly what I said. It's exactly what I said. I think now, you know what, we really needed him last summer. We should have probably pushed for him, especially in the January transfer window, but right now it doesn't make the most sense to me when we are linked with players like Grealish and Tyler Adams, who I think probably better suited to the system, probably better players in the long run. I don't know what you guys think. A lot of people seem to be either Marmite with O'Brien. You either love him or he's a championship quality, he's not good enough. Similar things with Tyler Adams, to be honest. And for some reason, I was actually seeing people a lot more positive about O'Brien than they were for Tyler Adams. For me, I'd rather have Tyler Adams or Grealish. I think they would fit into the side a little bit better, especially next to Calvin Phillips, who I pray recovers. Apparently it is just a dead leg he suffered against Germany, but hopefully he does recover. But it does look like we're not going to be getting O'Brien after all. It seemed like it was only a matter of time before he signed for Leeds United. But right now, I don't know if he's going to stay put or if someone else might swoop in and steal him from under our fingers. Now, speaking of swooping in, Leeds are already eyeing third summer signing as Auto makes bid for very good, fast 50 cap striker. That is right, they are in fact talking about Bordeaux Loanee Alberth Elis, who is attracting interest from Leeds United. L'Equipe only mentions Leeds as the potential suitors, and it suggests they've made a bid for Ellis. Leeds are the number one target. Now, saying that they've already made a bid for him, this is a bit crazy. If you ask me, we're moving very, very quick here. They've reported that it is a £6.4 million option. Now, I don't know, is this guy going to be a backup? Is he going to feature? I mean, if we do dig very, very briefly into his stats from Bordeaux last year, 20 appearances, 9 goals, as opposed to his record before, where he had 24 goals in 62 games for Houston Dynamo, 8 goals in 31 for Boavista. It's a very big step up for the Honduras international. However, I'm not 100% sold on this one yet. Again, I do need to do a little bit more research on him for tomorrow. But right now, he seems to have sprung up very quickly. He's good on the ball. Apparently, he's meant to be very quick, very slick. But I'm not 100% sold on it yet. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Now, finally, there are 2 more stories. First of all, Leeds United have definitely been offered New York City striker Valentin Castellanos, according to journalist Dean Jones. Now, this would make more sense. Why would we just turn our back on him and go over to Alberth Elis? I'm not 100% sure. However, this might be the reason if there was going to be one. And it's West Ham again. They did it with Noah Lang, and now apparently they're doing it with Castellanos. It is reported, that West Ham are now in the pole position to sign Castellanos. How and why are they just going for all our targets? I don't know. I will never know. But it does seem like they might steal him from under our fingertips once again. It is claimed that manager David Moyes sees Castellanos' £12.8 million price tag as a risk worth taking, although it's a fee Argentine admirers River Plate cannot afford. However, one risk definitely worth taking, in my opinion, and it was a story that came out last night, and a story that got me off my seat, quite literally, with stuff absolutely pouring out of my asshole. It is that Leeds and Victor Orta are interested in Dries Mertens. That is right, he's 35 years old. He's not going to be there for the long run. He could be a bit of a sunken cost for Leeds United within the long run, or at least the medium to long run. However, he's got experience. He is a truly, well, in his day, a world-class player, and he's a flipping European gem. The guy has been doing it at the top level for years upon years. Yes, he's short, but he's nippy, he's agile, he adds a wealth of experience, he can finish from anywhere. The guy is absolute dynamite. However, it does go on to say that he is his preference is to stay over at Napoli. However, it doesn't seem like they want to keep him on for too much longer, and he is even willing to take a €1 million per year pay cut in order to stay at the Serie A side. However, they are yet to agree terms for a new deal yet, and if he was going to go, why not test your luck in the Premier League? Why not? I know it's unlikely, I know it's a long shot, and Leeds and Palace are both interested. Why would he rather go to Palace than Leeds? I mean, maybe if he wants to live in London as opposed to Leeds, which is actually a very big thing for a lot of these signings, you know, contrary to popular belief. Where you live is actually a very massive factor. However, look, I know you're going to shoot it down. I know you're going to say, oh, you're waffling, this is just another rubbish, bogus story, and it could well be. But why not? If they choose not to buy him, why would he not come to the Premier League? Where else is he going to go? Where else are they going to offer him the same kind of wages that a Premier League club can? And with not a lot of top 6 sides really showing any interest for him right now, why are we not a great project for him, huh? It's a big club. It's a massive club. We'll be able to pay him decent wages. And although it may be a bit of a sunk cost, if you get rid of someone like Rodrigo and slip in Dries Mertens instead, I think it's a risk worth taking. I think it's a punt worth taking. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments section down below. But for now, guys, it has been a pleasure catching back up with you. Au revoir, my brothers and sisters.